So before we get into the show, as always, every week, I got to get on my soapbox and say what I got to say. And this one is going to be a little different. This one's going to be just what it needs to be to say what I need to say. So I had two things. I want to go in two different, not directions, but give you two different things. So I got told at one point, oh, stop with the woe is me attitude. Now, here's my thing. People need to understand that people don't get these attitudes just from out of nowhere. Now, I will say this. There are some people who it's always woe is me and why there is. But I want people to understand the flip side to it. There are some people who keep that attitude, and long and short of it, hey, sometimes you need to get out of that. But then there's the people that cause the people to have that attitude, and then are the ones to say, oh, you shouldn't have that attitude. Why? You caused it. That was your fault. Why is it that I can't have what attitude I have when you caused me to react in a certain situation? And that's for everybody. People need to understand, when you do stuff to people, you've got to remember, they have the right to react whatever way they want to react. That's not fair for you to say they shouldn't have an attitude or shouldn't feel some type of way when you caused it. You caused it. That leads me to the next thing. People need to understand, when they do stuff to other people, they're not going to be happy with it. They're not going to be happy with you. They're not going to be happy with whatever the situation is. Because at the end of the day, here's where what you have to understand. If you can't allow people to feel the way they want to feel, whether it's the woe is me attitude, whether it's I'm mad at you, whether it's fuck you or whatever it is, then don't do what you did. This leads me to something I talked about, maybe it was last week. Everything can be worked out. It's a conversation. Don't go around acting like you've said stuff, and then when nobody knows how to react to what you're saying, or you're saying it, throwing it out in the air, that somebody knows exactly how you're feeling. It's not fair. Not fair. Not fair at all. Hold up 1 second. But yeah, it's not fair at all. Not at all. So I want people to realize that woe is me attitude comes from, if it's not something regular, then what did you do to cause that attitude? What exactly did you do? And that's me on my soapbox for today. People need to take accountability for the shit that they do, and then people need to go about the way of fixing it. And that's all I got to say about that.